I am DM Zone. This is Gamer's Oasis. Let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to talk about the spell Infravision. It is often seen as an equalizer for humans to be able to travel where elves and dwarves go without the use of a torch. The way it's worded, though, I would say it's a little bit different and not exactly the same. The spell allows the recipient to see in infrared light waves, allowing them to see in a complete darkness. Sounds like what everyone else gets, but it is a little bit different. Not surprisingly, though, there is a duration. Now, this duration is a whole day, which is surprisingly good, but it does have a weird, varied range between 40 and 60 feet, which is odd in two ways. First, that it's not given in inches, as in every other spell that's basically in the D&D book. For example, that would be 4 to 6 inches on the sand table, which would then be converted to 40 to 60 feet. So I don't think this is necessarily a D3 plus 3 times 10 essentially in feet, making it 40 to 60 feet. I think it's literally 40 feet wide or probably tall and 60 feet long, like a 40 by 60, like you would have for like an area of effect. Now, while it goes on the recipient, I believe this follows around that recipient and is in the center of their view. So it's the narrow portion of their view, making it maybe slightly more enhanced than the periphery of their view. Something in the center field, shall we say. And while it's in the center view, you basically get the heat temperatures based upon radiation levels, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but it adds a level of dimension of sight to that character. And I think this makes this so much more interesting. Think about it like this. A new player is playing a dwarf or a character with Infravision. The example you give is they walk into a room. The dwarf looks out and sees the room is lit by 3 torches. The room is 100 feet wide and 40 feet deep. An exit on the far side of the room and at least 2 intervening walls come off the right side into the room. The dwarf doesn't see any creatures in the room at first, but as he scans the way through the room, he notices that there are these beds made of straw and scraps of cloth. On these beds, there are several very large body-shaped heat signatures that are still in the straw and cloth. These appear to be cooling down, turning to room temperature, yet they were still occupied a moment ago. The dwarf alerts the party to danger and steps back, allowing others to look around and to take the front. Now, how much of that story was based off of the fact that the dwarf's center vision was the part where he got his infravision and the rest of it was just his ability to see with torchlight? I think that makes it far more integrated and interesting, while being a mechanic only the referee really has to pay attention to. I think this also allows for reactions to occur and for a plea of peace or a threat of violence to be made, with drama, of course, before all this all goes awry. Probably the most important thing for me, though, is this means that it can be made into a magic item. And the idea of having perfectly shaded glasses that allow me to see in infrared light waves as an item to be worn, I think is pretty cool. Not that I'm totally into the steampunk look, but if you're going to play a rogue, you kind of want to have that look. Something with obvious augments to your eyes is definitely appealing. Anyways, guys, did I get this right? Did I get this wrong? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Thank you and have a great day. Keep rolling those dice. Bye.